My first question, Chris, you've talked about how you have played D&D a little bit with your family, with your parents, which is lovely, and that your nephew is a huge D&D fan, and now I get to ask a follow-up question I'm very excited about. Has your nephew seen the movie yet? Did you send any on-set photos?
He saw the film. He saw the film with all of the kids that he's played. He's 13, all the kids that he's played the film with for 6 years, and they sent me a thank you card, and they were all, and these are not kids that, these are straight shooting kids, and they loved it. They really loved it.
That's a good sign. That's so
sweet. So that made my heart sing.
That is amazing. I'm so excited to hear that. That is so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Michelle, I don't want to leave you out of this. Everybody knows you got somebody in your life who's a big D&D fan, Mr. Vin Diesel. Did he, honest question, did he like send you any tips or advice before you started shooting the movie, or were you like, no, Vin, you've talked to me enough about D&D over the years?
No, you know what? To be fair, like that's not a big part of his, of our world. Like I just know that he's a big D&D guy from when we first met years ago. And he opened his closet and showed me from head to toe all the Dungeon Master books that he had from all the adventures that he's played since the 70s. So like that was just my intro to Vin. But like we never talked about it after that. We just played video games and hung out. You know what I mean? Because I didn't play, as an adult. I played as a teen. You know what I mean? And you need a group of people to play. He's a dungeon master, so he's gonna need like 7 or 8 of us to kind of jump on board and play. So when it came to doing the movie, I just hope he watches it, and I can't wait to hear what he thinks.
I love that you're going to hold that over him forever now. Is that you're the one that got to be in the movie.
Oh, God, I could kiss you.
Try it.
Also, Chris, Regé was describing your character in an interview. He said that your character was a very horny bard. And I honestly disagree. I have to say,
that is
Michelle,
hilarious.
I have to disagree. I think, Michelle, your character, I think
I
of
saw
the two
that.
of you.
Wait, is that from the Colbert interview?
It was Colbert. Very horny bard. He was like too horny, maybe too horny. And I'm like, you know
I didn't know what he meant by that. He meant enthusiastic. He just chose the wrong word.
Yeah, it's a very specific word. For whom I would be horny, I don't know. It's my best friend. I have an elf, and I have,
I think
not a lot of horn dog stuff happening in this, pal. I think it's enthusiasm. It's positivity.
Yeah.
It's party planning.
It was the wrong word. Maybe he was nervous.
Playing,
it is Colbert,
Sorry for your loss. One more question, right?
Yes.
No. That wasn't for you. Did that count as a question?
Yes.
Damn it.
Your enthusiasm for this movie, it is infectious. I love watching you talk about this film, and you've described your character as lawful good, almost lawful boring. But I have to tell you, I love his vibe. He's absolutely like a hero from another movie who stumbles into this story and has to deal with a bunch of shenanigans. Did you look at any inspiration to learn how to play this sort of very classic hero type of character?
Every other movie, because this is the hero that you expect to turn up in your fantasy movie. You talked about him like stumbling in from like a more serious movie. It's like, that's the movie that people might be expecting us to make. And it's like, nah, we're interested in having a lot more fun than that. And it's not that we don't want the stakes. Like there are stakes, there is pathos, there's a real danger, but at no point are we going to take it so seriously that we become as ridiculous as Xenk becomes.
Right.
He's almost a cautionary tale of like where the genre can take you if you get waylaid and distracted by like min-maxing your character and just trying to win instead of playing the game with your friends. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You described it perfectly. That's so great.
Trusting that you'll protect it with your very life. I will. Hold this.
I'm really hoping that the series can continue, and if it were to come back with the same group of characters, I think that's awesome. But if it were to come back even as an anthology series where there's like a different group of adventurers in every movie, do you think that your character could be the sort of through line that meets up with every and has to pop up and like deal with another motley crew? Like you could be the sort of like medieval,
Xenk
Nick
might
Fury.
be the secret dungeon master. That might be the big secret behind this character. You got the exclusive. That's our big bad plan all along. I am actually the dungeon master. I'm just this NPC that pops in A little bit like Watu the Watcher. Like, I'm just here to kind of nudge you in the right direction and then let you guys fly.
Gently to you as well, good sir.
He's interesting.
That's it. I would be so down for that. That's what I was thinking. I was watching the movie as I was like, I love this character. I love this vibe. And it would be so great to see him have to interact with so many different sets of adventurers.
You just want to see Xenk suffer. You want to see me get so exasperated. Just kind of go, I can't do this again. There's only so many idiots I can guide through this.
It is fun, Regé. It is fun to watch Xenk suffer. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So you have a lot of highlights in the movie, but there's one I want to talk about. It's been revealed as a clip. You're standing in front of a bridge. You start rattling off the plan for how to get across the bridge. I have to tell you, this was so funny and so epic and so serious. And then you have the score come in by Lorne Balfe, and it felt like a Mission Impossible movie because he's done Mission Impossible. Like, it was so great. And you did it so well. It was so impressive. I know this question gets asked a million times, but watching this movie, I'm like, it looks like everybody's having so much fun. Did you genuinely crack up making this movie? Because it looked like you guys were having a blast.
Endlessly. I mean, through that take in particular, I think John and Jonathan rewrote pieces of that impossible 10-paragraph piece of text the night before, so I'm kind of rememorizing it. And then they walk up and they're like, yeah, we're going to do this in a one because we think it's funnier if we just keep pushing it on your face. Which was horrific and cruel. And just to make sure that hit home, I know I had like Justice Smith just kind of cracking up in the corner over here while I'm trying to get this out. And so the second I finished that speech and he destroys the bridge on us, I just kind of turn and give him this 1,000-yard death stare in reaction. So he has to get through his next couple of takes as we turn the cameras at him, with Xenk giving him the stare of truth, the penance stare that Ghost Rider would be proud of, just searing into his soul. So that's what I was playing in that moment. And that's the true spirit of Christmas.
Congratulations on the movie, man. Continue to have that enthusiasm. I cannot wait for audiences to see it. It was awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me. Have a great rest of your day.
It's a game and it's a movie about enthusiasm, so I don't think we should be ashamed of that. Live in your joy, man. See you soon.
It's like some kind of awful brain cannibal. The higher the intelligence of the prey, the more likely they are to strike.
Oh, that's a little hurtful.